Hey guys, this is Salvex and this is my second video regarding the Galaxy camera latency bug. The first video was short and sweet, but it didn't really point out how random this bug really is. I've been receiving some feedback from other people where they're kind of saying that the changes in the camera corresponds to certain conditions in the game, whether I'm hovering or changing an acceleration or something. So for this video, what I wanted to do is show you guys that I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just going to do one specific set of actions with the Galaxy. I'm not going to change anything, and I'm going to show you the difference, how the camera will just randomly start lagging and then go back to normal, how it was before the last patch. Right now I'm just turning left. All I'm holding is W and A. I'm not doing anything else. The only buttons I'm holding is W and A, and just sort of barely moving my mouse a little bit to keep the plane level, and that's it. So I went to first person view just to kind of show you that my cruise speed is staying the same. I'm not changing acceleration, and there you go. Look at the warp. The camera snatches, and this is how the Galaxy actually should look. This is how it looked before the patch if you were to turn. One thing I'd like you to notice when doing that is the relation of the tail fin to the nose of my Galaxy. When the camera is lagging, the tail fin is very far offset from the nose of the Galaxy instead of being sort of center. You can see there's a large gap between my tail fin and the nose of my Galaxy. When the camera is doing as it should, there's not that large gap. There's just a very small space where I'm turning the plane. So as I've already pointed out, from changing absolutely nothing, the camera will snatch and it'll either start lagging or it'll go back to normal. So right here is just a little bit of buffer time. I actually don't think that it snatches at any point here. I'm just showing you sort of, actually there it goes again. So in both directions from turning, you can kind of see the camera snatches and goes back to normal. Right now, while it's normal, I'm pitching up and down, and you can see that the Galaxy is the way it should be. It's nice, and the camera's keeping up. You can barely see the top of my Galaxy, just enough of it, and as I go down, you can't really see any of the bottom of my Galaxy. As I get close to the wall, I turn, you see the camera snatch, and I go back to pitching up and down, and whoa, look at there. You have tons of the top of my Galaxy you're seeing, and a lot of the bottom. Now, I've been recording quite a few videos, and my voice is actually getting kind of sore trying to record this and keep it short and simple. So I sort of haven't captured video to where I'm just moving in a straight line and it snatches. But I think the fact that I was close to that wall and just turning, there's nothing that changed, right? I just had to turn to keep from hitting the wall. I didn't change my acceleration or anything, and the camera snatched. If I were to do this long enough, just fly straight and pitch up and down, the camera would snatch and it would go back to being on key. Right now, it's obviously lagging quite a lot. Okay, guys, so here's a scene where I would like to show you one minor difference. I can't really think of ways to show everyone that's not a Galaxy pilot a lot of the little pet peeves. But at least in this scenario, you can notice that when I take off like that, you see a lot of the top of my Galaxy and it just looks like shit. Comparing that to a scene from much earlier, this is actually from my last video. Watch as my Galaxy takes off. I have an object in front of me and an object behind me. Thus, I nearly go completely vertical, lift off, straighten out, and it's perfect. Everyone in this in my Galaxy is happy because that was a beautiful takeoff. That exact same takeoff would be much more difficult with the camera latency. You might not be able to see why in this video just from looking at it, but just having that camera angle so awkward like that, it's much more difficult. It's not the same feel. It's not the way that I've been flying for since I started playing the game, and I would just like it fixed. It's obviously a bug. I've pointed out in this video that it's an issue. It's very ugly to fly around like that. So I hope that I get more support in upvoting this post and that it can be fixed soon. Thanks, guys.